on the topic of uniforms, we thought it'd be pretty fun to look at the entire Big Ten as it stands, and we're gonna make a game out of this. We'll do a snake order draft, and each draft six Big Ten teams based on their uniforms. And at the end, we'll see which person drafted the best collective six-team uniforms. Okay?
So this is the tough part. We got to fight over. I won't kill the segment like last week or last show, but we got to decide the draft order. That's the only thing we didn't figure out before jumping on here.
Okay. Max, and then Kurt, and then me.
Boom.
That's the one spot I didn't want. No, it's all right. And we're gonna have the fans vote on this. There'll be a poll. There'll be an actual poll. I'll need help making the graphic with all of our teams we got, but other than that, I can make the poll and we'll see who drafted the best. This is strictly based on uniforms, so new Big Ten teams are included. But Max, you have the first overall pick. So what direction do you go?
All right. Well, this might be surprising to you guys that know my fandom of Oregon football a little bit. But I think the best uniforms in the Big Ten is Ohio State. And to me, I think they stand out the most. I think they're probably top. I think you could argue they're the best uniforms possibly in college football. They're classic. They've never changed. The helmets, like the Buckeye stickers on the helmets, is unique. And I just think they're the best. And I like red. I think red pops.
Whoa. But you're the notorious Badger hater, according to those other comments on JR show.
Well, that's like a different red.
Yeah.
I like scarlet. How about that? Scarlet.
I have a big board, by the way. You left some top choices available for me here. Pick number 2, they fell to me. I'll take the Gophs. I'm going for the fan win here. I love the new one. I've always felt like, as a Gopher fan, that we've had underrated jerseys. I felt like it's been slept on. Now, we've had some ones that are not great, like the Double M, but I love the new ones. I got a strategy here. Strategy. There we go. And I'm taking the Gophs, number 2 overall.
It's not a bad plan to pander.
Number 3 is a
back-to-back picks, Spence.
Okay. People are going to be mad, but I'll say it. My number 3 has got to be Michigan. The navy and maize, the combination, like you were saying, Max, it's just classic. 100+ years old. It's a bummer they didn't really wear it during the national championship game. They were all navy, but the maize pants is what makes Michigan Michigan. It's just a great color. It's unique. Like, you just don't see this combination out there. The helmets, they got the decals, although I think that was newly implemented once Harbaugh came in. But looks great. I love their uniforms. This one we all might not agree with, but I'm going to have to say it. Most people will feel this way if they're not left in the top 5. It's got to be Oregon. The Ducks.
Really?
I do think so.
That's a reach. I think
Here's why.
A huge reach. You left me a great team.
I had him at number 2, Spence. Great pick.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
I had him second to last. I'm not even lying.
Kurt.
Whoa, because what jerseys are you talking about?
All of them.
Look.
The pink?
Well, look.
Yellow? The silver and yellow? Like, what? They have terrible uniforms. I seriously think they have some of the worst.
Please let my client speak.
They have, I'll have you know, 1.7 million combinations. If you take all their uniforms head to toe, that's how many combinations that they have. 1.7 million. And
freeze for anybody else?
In those 1.7 million different combinations, they do have a good look. We've seen them when they had those throw.
Oh, man.
Yeah. This just makes my point.
No,
Oregon's
no,
a
no.
terrible pick. Look at he's talking about him. His connection isn't even staying. I feel bad keeping him up with his face like that, stuck like
I'll try to
that.
help out Spence because I was also hoping they were going to fall. I do. I agree. There's way too many, and the cat was out of the bag once they started doing a brand new combination for every single game. And
Should we
yeah,
move
it's
Spencer
you're
out
not
of
gonna
this
do.
stream?
Yeah, that's
Uh,
tough.
all
That is tough.
right. That's all right.
But I think Oregon though, like the top, if you're looking at like the top combinations, I think if they just kept like the best ones, they could be.
They could
If you
be a
ignore the
respectable
ones
top
that look,
12 in the Big Ten.
if you ignore the ones that look like cookie dough or whatever those look, fatter ones, we just look away because it's only one game, right? Then it's on to the next thing. But
Well, I hope he rejoins because this draft is going to be a little awkward if he doesn't. But he got his 2 picks in, so he's
yeah,
got Michigan. I mean, he left me an all. Well, there's still all-time classics here left for everybody, but I got to go USC. It literally hasn't changed in I don't know how long, maybe never. It's an all-time classic. They also have great color schemes, very similar to the Gophers. But you're giving me USC still here. At what pick is this? 5? That's a steal. That is a total steal.
yeah.
They're one of the most classic uniforms in all of college football. Who wants to jump on this stream if Spencer doesn't come back? Comment
Yeah.
and you'll join in this awkward open space above us where he left us. But yeah, I'm going the
Yeah.
Trojans, pick 5, so that gives me the Gophers. And I thought for sure he was going USC. He loves
I
USC.
would have thought, yeah, that surprised me.
I thought he was gonna go.
That,
He could have had Michigan and USC, maybe the 2 of the most
yeah, that's
all time.
classics. Yeah,
But I'm
that's the
not
thing.
mad. I'm winning this
Yeah,
draft.
I can't argue against USC being up there either. I feel like I don't know why. I really appreciate them, and I do like
you
when teams don't ever change their
you can really
uniforms.
tip the scales in your favor here with these next 2, in my opinion. This is why I wanted the back to back. It just makes you look so strong.
Yeah. Well, the hard part right now is I didn't expect 2 of these to still be here, but well, I
You
don't know.
get
I
them
think
both.
the next one to me is Penn State. I know they are. A lot of people think they're probably boring, but
You're
they're just the most classic college football
I do
uniforms.
like them as well.
And if they ever put a logo on the side of that helmet, it's gone forever. Like I don't
Yeah.
understand why people actually argue that
Am I wrong, or
because
do they sometimes mix in numbers? Don't they sometimes throw an
they have
alternate and mix
sometimes
in
put on
numbers?
numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember it was a big deal when they added the stripe. That was like, what are you doing? But
Yeah.
Penn, I mean,
Hide your eyes.
Penn State putting a logo on their helmet is like Alabama switching up their helmets.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I know
I,
a lot of
they're
people. I'm with
just,
you. I love Penn State's uniforms. They look clean.
yeah, yeah.
My
It's
only, I wish for the whiteout. I know they never do this. I wish they would wear whites at home as well. I think that would look
yeah,
sick. But that's not really
yeah,
a football thing to wear whites at home. So
yeah. So I get back to back. Dang, no.
yeah,
I want my next 2. Okay, I'm actually gonna flip my next one. Not that anyone else can see or cares, but I'm gonna take UCLA. Um, I've always
that's
been
a
a
great pick.
fan of just the
It-
script logo on the helmet. The light blue on the gold, I think, works really well.
yeah.
I don't think any other teams have that combination. So I'll take UCLA with my next pick.
All right, and looks like Shooty's gonna load back in here. Hold on, give us 1 second. Let's get him on screen. He's a little blurry. But folks, he's still the best looking one here. So let's welcome back Spencer. Spencer Hood has
Did I
rejoined.
get kicked out for my preposterous take?
That's I think God
Yeah.
was just letting you know how much of a reach it was.
Yeah, I had your
So
back,
Ah,
Spence.
to catch you
yeah.
up, so you got your 2 picks in with Michigan and Oregon. I then took USC. I couldn't believe you left him on the
Yeah.
table.
That was
Max
next.
Max then went with Penn State and UCLA, and now it's back to me. So 2 classics. UCLA was my highest remaining there, Max, but I'm gonna go another classic. Um, and they're another new one. I'm going Washington. I love the
Yeah,
purple and gold look. They have the second. Well, well, forgot about LSU for a second. LSU, the Vikings, and Washington have perfected purple uniforms, in my opinion. I love absolutely everything about them. I like better though when they do the purple and gold pants. I think the purple and purple is a bit much when they mix that in, but the all white looks great too with the gold helmet. So yeah, give me Washington. So that gives me USC, Washington, and Minnesota. I'm feeling pretty good about my first three picks here.
The kid likes gold.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. By the way, I split this off into two tiers, and I got two teams left on in tier one.
Yeah. Washington
Because
was my next remaining highest, so that's
yeah,
good pick.
All right. I don't think this was picked, so I got two.
yep,
First, I got to go Sparty.
that was one of them.
Sparty is, that dark, sort of rich, deep green look that they have. It's not really replicated really anywhere else, and they
Yeah.
kind of pull it off well.
Stay
I
away
got to
from the
give them,
highlighted green that they mix in there. That's
yeah,
terrible. Just green and
just
white. That's all you
just
need.
Yeah.
green and white, that deep green and white stick it classic. I love the look. And then, secondly, I hate to say it, the Hawkeyes. The
Oh,
Hawkeyes, black and yellow. I know that combination looks a little odd, but it's a classic look. They haven't changed, I don't think, ever. It's been the same look. But I think what it is, it's just the decal on the helmets, the Hawkeye.
So yeah, I got to comment on that. They were. I slid them into tier two. They could have been probably tier one. They were my top tier two team though, as far as jerseys go. I I think nationally, you're right. I think a lot of teams outside of the Big Ten like respect the Hawkeyes look, and I respect the look, and I don't want them to do anything different with it. But I never like people love the Hawkeye decal on the helmet, which I never really thought much about it. But it has. It's probably my bias.
Yeah,
I'll admit it's probably my bias. It's not like, but um, like I think their uniforms are a lot better than Wisconsin's, and I'm not
for
saying that
sure.
as like a. I just don't think. I think Wisconsin's are okay. Like they don't pop as classic to me. Iowa's still classic, you know. So
Hmm.
I respect that pick. Um, my turn, right? You
Yep.
guys are gonna give me this. I'm gonna swamp this poll. Nebraska's everywhere on Twitter, and they also have classic uniforms.
ah,
So I'm going Nebraska Cornhuskers as my fourth team selected. I'm feeling really good about how this draft is breaking for me. So I got
sniped.
Nebraska, Washington, USC, and Minnesota as far as my all uniform teams.
All right.
You guys got to be feeling pretty
Well,
down about yourselves, I would imagine.
I think I think you guys tipped your hands that I can skip my next remaining highest team here because I think they're
It's
going to be
Wisconsin.
available. I had Iowa dead last. Just putting that out there. Feeling.
Whoa! Wow!
I don't know why. I can
What?
appreciate the classic look, but
And
I just
Oregon
think
number
they're
two.
ugly. Yep.
Yeah, black and yellow. I understand.
That's just personally, but I get it.
I get it.
Anyway, my next one. So man, now we're in the tier of like,
I
oh
think
boy.
this is going to come down to what color preference do you have? Because
Exactly. Like what color preference and like what kind of style do you
there
like?
was a team I
Because
really didn't know where to put, but I just like I'm like, yeah, like I'm glad those aren't my
yeah,
colors, but they don't do them bad. But go
yeah.
ahead, I'll stop talking.
Um, I'll go. My next one, I'm gonna go Indiana. I think
They're my
simple.
remaining highest. They have some
Yeah,
great unis.
just simple. The big, just Indiana or Hoosiers across the chest. The Trident IU logo, I think, is really underrated too. I think that looks good. They can ruin it sometimes, and they do the candy cane helmets. But no,
Yes.
I think Indiana's a good one. Um,
Really quick on them. Have you ever seen their like 90s throwback with like the black, not 90s throwback. They wore it in the 90s, but it's got like the black trim around it and it's like the mesh.
yes,
Those look sick. Those
those
are
look
so
awesome.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I like
Those are better
those.
than what they wear now. But anyway.
Yeah. My next one. Now, I have a question before I make this one. Are we going strictly off of like what they're gonna be or like all time? because one team
It's
changed
up
it
to
up a
the
lot last
fans.
year.
You're
All
getting their
right, then I'm
jersey.
not. Then I'm gonna.
Who
I'm just
changed
gonna
up?
take. I'm gonna take Northwestern. Um, for a long time, I thought they were kind of ugly and just boring, but I think that's just because it's Northwestern in general, and you always see them just on rainy, cloudy days. But I don't know. The purple and white looks good. I like when they have like the script letter sometimes on the name or on the helmet instead of the N. But
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
laughing at my next pick because I don't know if I can. I have them as the highest. I don't think I can pick them. Like
yeah,
I, these ones never excite me. But sorry, I my next pick, right? Yeah,
yeah,
I I think strategically, I'm just gonna go for it. Uh, I'll take Wisconsin. It's a class. They are the W is
yeah.
theirs. Like no one else's W looks like that. So, gosh, it's not. I really don't like their uniforms to be honest that much. Um,
I
I mean
don't
they're
really like
playing.
red and white, to be honest.
I just yeah,
But
it's
yes, they are a classic look.
just what was remaining.
Yeah,
Like here's my problem because I'm not. Well, I could still. I get one more pick, so I won't say that. Um, I, yeah, they Wisconsin was my highest remaining. I didn't want to pick them, but they're close. These last teams are all well. There's one team that I had
Yep.
down there, Oregon.
Yeah,
Um,
but
so
well, I'll say.
anyway, to you,
I
Shooter,
think
you get the
yeah,
next two.
uh, it's just where do I want to put them? I'm gonna go Purdue next. I don't really have much to say. They, I mean, they kind of keep it simple too. Black and gold, whites in there too, but it doesn't really speak to me that much.
That's the team I
You
had no
know?
idea where to put them.
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, you know what I mean? It's just kind of bland. But it
yeah,
is just like it's their look. It's Purdue. I think they've
Yeah,
worn these colors forever. There's nothing wrong with it, but it doesn't just speak out to me. Like, oh, look,
yeah,
there's Purdue over there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
yeah,
So
Like I've never seen their uniform and be like, those are terrible. But I'm just like, yeah, I'm glad those aren't
yeah,
mine. You know what I mean?
right,
Like
yeah,
but I
it's their
guess
look. It's just
yeah,
not my palette.
yeah. And then right behind them, Illinois.
I had
Um,
those two next to each other. I didn't know who to
yeah.
put ahead of who.
that's
Uh,
funny.
it was kind of 1 and 2 to be honest. I give Purdue the edge because the orange is just I don't know, man. And when Illinois wears orange on orange, this is what got me. I just am like, that looks terrible,
Yeah.
terrible. I do like their the navy and orange look a little more, but it's just again, I just don't like the combination that much. Not that
Yeah,
it's not like I'm like this is horrendous. I mean, it's Illinois, but
Yeah.
again, not really a fan.
when they went to the block I on the helmet instead of the white Illinois, that ruined
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
for me.
It's not
I think it
great.
looks terrible.
Shooty, you have three out of my bottom four teams.
Yeah, Spencer took all three of my last three.
What? Okay, Max,
Yeah,
your list should be thrown out because you know what?
no, Purdue,
So it's my
but
pick.
again, yeah,
My pick.
yeah,
I you
you
didn't
really
okay.
got
Yeah,
two
I was
opposites.
debating between these two, so I'll take Rutgers. I will take Rutgers.
Yeah,
It's really plain. Like there's nothing
Yeah.
the red R, I know it's them, you know. That's Rutgers.
yeah,
I picture Ray Rice, RR punching ladies in the elevator. That's them. But so so that's why I'll give them that last pick.
yeah,
Yeah, it is what it is. It's
yeah,
I don't have a lot to say.
Yeah.
They're fine. They're just really plain. They Rutgers is a uniform that you can easily make whatever game like NCAA 14. You could design your own uniform for like a new team. That's kind of what Rutgers looks like. Just an R on the helmet.
yeah,
I think it says maybe Rutgers above the numbers. Maybe sometimes, maybe not. I don't know, but that's all they really got
yeah.
for them. I think so. That's what I
Yeah.
got.
Yeah.
Well, I give Maryland.